And I'm back. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a minute since posting anything on this. I did do a quick video on the Nova. I've been enjoying it like every weekend. But this weekend I decided I need to clean up the garage space a little bit so I can, stop procrastinating and get the little last bit of this thing done. Where are we at? So, the motor is obviously all wired. The intercooler is all piped up. Came out pretty good. I don't know what the intercooler will be able to support, but it'll be good enough because this is, like I say, track only. Got the alternator bracket. I don't know if I showed you guys in the last video. My lead's too long. I just need to cut it, make a new end, go over to the starter, and hook up the exciter wire. So there's that. So we do have, let's see here, only 3 wires left out of the harness. One yellow, this one right here is line lock. It's wrapped around the master. This is a spare in case down the road I needed to do something. It's there, so better to be outside than inside, I say, on that. And this gray is a trigger for the electric fans. So I'll try to keep this clean, run it over, and hook it up to the electric fan setup. I ordered a radiator for it. It should be the exact size for this thing. 3-core aluminum jammy joint, and I'll try to figure out how to make it work. So it is actually for a Willys, for like a LS swap or big block or small block Chevy. This outlet comes out at an angle, so I'll have to get it in there. But that's not what I've been working on, really. The nice new headlights in there. What I've been really cranking at this weekend, I probably should have went to the other side, is the main car harness itself. So the actual harness that controls brake lights, tail lights, blinkers, everything that would run a normal car. I use the Fuel Tech as kind of its own standalone setup, and just tied into, like, when I flip the ignition on, it obviously kicks the fuse panel on. So that will be the main cutoff. I do have the flasher for the blinkers. I don't know if I'm in the right spot. Flashes for the blinkers, and that top relay right there, I'm going to use for the trans cooler. So it's pretty cool. I think it's just a 30 amp relay. Shouldn't need much more than that. So I'll bring some life to this thing. So got the O2, Nano O2. Have this little USB charger so I can charge my phone on the road trip. And I know I said it was track only, but it'll have to be street legal if I want to try to do Rocky Mountain Race Week or Drag Week or something. So that's the goal with this thing. I also wired up the gauges. These 3 wires right here, 1, 2, 3, are water temp, oil pressure, fuel level. The tach is already hooked up. It's tied into the Fuel Tech. That's more for the passenger. So when we're doing one of these races, they can monitor it a little easier than me missing something on the screen, because I'm not going to stare at that little screen all day long. So we do have 2-step rev limiter. I got another motion bracket and got these soft buttons. I do like the hard click, like it's positively telling you you're doing it, whatever it is. So 2-step, you definitely know what's going on. Now the reason with these soft buttons over here, I could have very well did a a hard button, like a hard click button. But here's the harness for that. Now, if you watch, that's going to be the bump box. So if I even hold these wires shorted, it's only going to trigger it once. Wires are shorted. And if you can see on there, you can adjust that timer to hundredths of a second. I think it might work pretty good to cut the trans brake out, so a little bump box, and I can fine tune it how it reacts. But the soft button is going to be perfect for that. Let's see here, intercooler. So I've started labeling these. This is accessory. This basically just shuts down the bump box and the USB charger right now. Everything else is alive. So for some reason, you know, you want to shut the accessory off. There it is. This screen does shut off, so it won't be super bright at night, which is cool. Yeah, but that is what that is. This last button down here, I can do a couple things with it. I can go full send with this thing and trigger, you know, like a scramble button, which, I mean, probably not going to do that. I'm realistically going to go through here, this button, and go to the MMR quick spool. Basically loosens up the converter, so if I feel like I'm at the line and the converter is not cooperating, and I need a little bit more out of it, whack that while I'm on, you know, the two-step, or even just bam. We'll test it on the dyno, see if it's even worth it. I did cut the old shifter cable out of here, and this monstrosity of whatever the hell this is going bye-bye. So it is what it is with that. While I got my laptop open, why not have some fun? So I should get one of those nice steering wheel brackets for this thing. So while we're live, we can test all the outputs on this Fuel Tech, which is awesome. You don't have to be running or in a race situation to see if actually something works. So we got, let's see, thermatic fan 2. This is going to be the trans fan. Oh, ECU disconnected. My laptop died, so I probably disconnected it, unplugged it. Who knows what I did? Close and reopen it. The thing was running all night. Yeah, no. I save the file every time anyways, so. I know it doesn't like it when it comes out of sleep. But the Durali, Durail, whatever you call it, trans cooler, fully wired. Also the line lock, I fixed the ground on that thing too, so everything's tidy underneath. Open from ECU. I only have one tune in there right now, and it works. It's the only time this thing really wigs out is when, yeah, not right this second, is when the computer goes into sleep. So let's see here, outputs. I love it. And here it is, outputs. So our trans brake works. Thematic fan 1. That thing moves a lot of air. So that should be cool. The gray output, like I said, out front. Thematic fan 2. I'm just going to have them kick on at the same time. It's like until I can get a trans temp sensor in there. But this will work for now. it is cool. You can hear those coils. And 6. I mean, those are the injectors. You can hear it all. We're good. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. Today, what I'm doing is some of the wiring, stringing it. I'm running the transcooler off this. I also have gauges hooked up, so this is some cheap Amazon garbage, but it'll make it easier to troubleshoot in the long run. You know, on the road, say your brake lights go out, or you know, headlight goes out, passenger can just flip the thing open, bam, swap the fuse out, and we're good to go. So I ordered some relays. I did not a huge order, but a small enough order for now for me to make this thing drivable. Portioning valve, I ordered that. Radiator hoses, radiator. I have to figure out the deal with the fan. The fan has to be like 16.5 by 18.5. A lot of people use this one for Fox bodies, Black Magic something, and that seems like it's going to fit the core perfectly, but I want to get the radiator here first to actually test it out. Also coming in are fittings for the air to water intercooler, the lines in the tank. That was and the pump for it. That's short money. Let's see what else. The only thing really left that I bolted the converter up. I thought I screwed up with the converter. Reading online, you're supposed to drill it out for the 7/16 bolt. And I don't know, it must have been just the way the engine was sitting. I tried putting the converter bolt through. I ordered the proper ones. I have the spacers. It wouldn't go through. And I'm like, man. So I just, you know, cranked it over, tried the next hole, went right in. Cranked it over, boom, went right in. One of the holes was oblonged and looked like a football. So luckily I was able to get in there with my hand and just open it up, and we're good. Hooked up the shifter bracket. Ran some lines temporarily here till I figure out what's going on. Got the flare kit at the ready. That's really about it. I mean, if I can get the rest of the stuff in, you know, maybe get it registered and take it for a cruise. Do have to still put the O2 sensor through the firewall, but I was waiting to put a hole through that, to kind of like lay the fender on here, see how the clearance is for everything, where I can route it for like the headlights, the horn, the electric fan. That's maybe like a day's worth of work, you know, just getting the fender on, getting it lined up, stringing the harness, blowing a hole up there, you know, good to go. Yeah, and that's really about it. The thing that's going to hold me back out of everything is the axles. I don't even know what kind of rear end it is. I mean, I know it's a Ford 9, but I don't know if it's big Ford, new, or old. And that's going to be a pivoting point in this thing. I believe the old style, you only can do, well, the places I was looking, they only sell 5 by 4.5 for a bolt pattern, which is not the way I wanted to go. I wanted to go with Chevy bolt pattern on that. I'm sure I could order a set of custom Mosier axles, and they could give me any, you know, bolt pattern I want, but I wanted something kind of easy to, you know, grab and, you know, trim the axles as needed. I think Curry makes a set of axles where you can trim to fit. I mean, once you have the dimension the first time, you're good to go. But I want to make it serviceable as, you know, archaic as this Buick V8 is on the road. Got to be able to get parts for it. The alternator belt, that's a pretty commonly stocked part. LS coils, stock part. The injectors are the Bosch EV style, so those I could probably get anywhere just to get through. I'll probably keep a set of backup injectors. Just, you know, throw it in the kit for when race week comes. Because this will be running E85, and I don't think it's going to be drained after every single race. So I'm trying to do as best as I can with it. What else did I do? Oh, tightened up the pan. It was dripping a little bit. Nothing crazy. Yeah, it was a long day yesterday. It was like 10 hours out here just starting the wiring because it was a nightmare. And cleaning. I mean, the cleaning was a big part too. So either way, she's coming along. I'm gonna get back to this today, and I'll give you guys an update later on in the week. So maybe I'll post the video for the Nova. I kind of did a walk around. Do that in a separate video in case you guys are wicked bored on the Sunday. But either way, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.